was appeared in person on the last occasion.
What happened?
My lord, that was the chariot.
I would take your leave, your lordship, to appear. I had 2 other matters before another honorable High Court.
Yes.
Your lordship, there was directions upon the respondents to file their affidavit.
Has it been filed?
Also, your lordship,
No, my lord, the problem
lordship,
is
The affidavit has not been filed.
no, your lordship. Affidavit in opposition, so the reply couldn't start. Also, your lordship, on last occasion, there was a report filed by state. A copy was not served upon me despite my repeated requests. Also, several false reports have been filed against me and my aged parents, which learned magistrates have already taken note of. They've taken cognizance of such reports. So anytime they're making submissions, they're making false submissions, they're filing false reports, and I'm not being served upon. That's the reason I had prayed for affidavits in the matter, your lordship. We're being harassed to the core. There are several attacks happening upon us, and then we are making big case accused in several cases. This is the current state, your lordship.
May I please, madam? May I please, madam? My lord,
Has the chariot moved?
yes, madam. Yes, my lord. That was my first. The main problem was whether that particular passage is a private passage of the writ petitioner or a common passage. That was the first issue. Second issue was aroused that they are not parking their car or cannot move their car, the writ petitioner's car, to the main road. The private respondents' allegations against the writ petitioner was that they cannot enter that chariot to their suit property. That means their property. That problem has been solved. The chariot has now in the property of the private respondents, that means my clients, and they are parking as per the instruction of my client. They are parking their own car in their own property. So main problem has been solved. My lord, whether that particular passage is a private passage or a common passage, writ petitioner is claiming that the passage is a private passage. That's why, my lord, in the last order, my lord, if you can see, my lord stated one particular line that the writ petitioner is permitted the private respondent to move the chariot to that particular their property. So on that particular basis, and thereafter that particular passage is in question is a problem. It has also been mentioned in that order.
Civil suit is pending with regard to the passage.
Yes.
Civil suit.
No, your lordship.
Civil suit.
This has been recorded. I wanted them to.
My lord, my lord, kindly allow me to say the entire thing.
Tell me one thing, whether any civil suit is pending
There
regarding
is
the
a civil
passage.
suit is pending. There is an injunction or against her.
With respect to the passage,
In respect to the passage,
filed by whom?
by the private respondents.
You have
against her.
filed.
There are 5 criminal cases are
Forget the
pending
criminal ones.
against writ petitioners.
Civil case is
Not by us, by the local
Page 23.
civil case is there regarding
Yes,
the passage for
the-
declaration of the right of the passage.
There are so many other declaration also. At that time,
With the passage also.
that is the passage also, and the water supply line
Yeah,
also.
Is there.
Recorded.
So
It's in
that
my
injunction
object-
order, that injunction order is still pending. This is still subsisting
Very well.
against the writ petitioner. Now, my lord, it is
My object-
much necessary. As per the instruction of my client, now the writ petitioner is doing, they are placing their car in such a way, the egress and ingress of the private respondent has been obstructed. I have
Obstructed in the passage.
in the passage, my lord.
But then you
Kindly-
can obtain orders from the civil
My lord,
court.
it's my lord's order. My lord's order, the last occasion, my lord's
Yes, that
order
nobody
was
will
that
use
nobody can restrain the
Obstruct
ingress and egress of
in
both
the
the parties.
passage. Yes.
My lord, kindly show me my lord, kindly see the photograph. But I'm just showing that photograph, but that photograph is missing the dates. So whether that has been taken by my client in earlier dates or in recent date, it cannot.
Where is the obstruction? Will you please show me?
That particular car, my lord, kindly see. That is the road of the private respondent.
Which is the road? This is
it is a common passage.
This is a common passage. The
That
car
pro-
is not here.
My lord, kindly see, the property is the private respondent's property. The main gate is the private respondent's main gate. And the car is placing in such a way that if one lorry or something else will enter into that particular places, that car will be damaged. And they will come before my lord and say that my car has been damaged. Kindly see their act.
Where is the property of the petitioner?
The property of the petition is the just right side.
Right side.
Yes. That is the
And-
portion, that's why I before
I still-
now, I submitted before my
I-
lord that they are placing their car in their own property. That is the property. They are placing their own car, but they're placing their car in such a way that finally the egress and ingress of the private respondent has been disturbed and obstructed. And my lord, there are five criminal cases are pending against the writ petitioner. Warrant of arrest are pending before the writ petitioner. The police personnel was assaulted by her. That case was also in that particular. I have those copy. Only one thing: how I will prove, if my lord asks me that question, that how you will prove that the particular passage is a common passage or a private passage?
No, the court will not ask that question. You pose question to yourself.
My lord.
Mr. Khalid, last occasion, there was a direction upon you to hand over the copy of the report to the petitioner. Why was it not given?
Lord, she can.
Because she has specifically mentioned that despite repeated requests, this copy was not given. And I remember the court directed for handing over the copy.
Lord,
My
Why
lord,
is it not given?
It was almost 5 o'clock in the evening. Your lordship was pleased to hear the matter.
Yes. Then
The last working day.
why was it not given? This is absolutely
Kindly
improper.
pardon me, my lord. I asked
It
my
is
lord, a junior, my lord.
Improper. It should not be done.
Lordship.
My lord, can we get one copy of that?
Certainly you will get it. Certainly you will get it.
Kindly, my lord, pardon me for this.
You hand over copy to the petitioner as well as to the private
was not
respondents,
willful.
whatever is there.
My lord, we need just one certified copy of the writ petitioner's property by which we can prove that particular passage is a common passage. Otherwise, my lord, in future, by that particular line which has been passed by my lord, they can claim, or that lady can claim, that this property is my property, is a private property. So that's why I just submitted before my lord that we need one certified copy of the writ petitioner's property. If the writ petitioner will provide me the copy of that particular their property, then my lord, it will be easy for me to submit the written objection tomorrow also, because we have prepared the written objections.
Your lordship, in one,
Photograph. One
your
minute.
lordship, in
There is a photograph that has been placed before the court to show that
All
there
right.
is a blue colored car, which is
yes, your lordship.
parked just the other side of the gate. And according to the private respondents, at least 1 feet maximum will be obstructing the gate. Why don't you move your car to such level so that the ingress and egress
Yes.
is
Your lordship, that's a false submission. I'm parking right in just 5 minutes back. They submitted that as per the direction of their client, I'm parking my car in my actually the entire lane is also private lane, but I'm parking within the in the garage space. Now they're submitting that I'm parking in that. They should be given right now. I can give the. I have a CCTV camera over there. It can be seen from my CCTV camera. It is the ingress egress is free, even though it's my property they are misusing, because your lordship has directed. Therefore, it was an interim order. Therefore, I'm complying with your lordship. Your lordship has directed. I will definitely comply whatever your lordship may direct, or the court will direct, honorable court. But they are making false submission. They're making false submission, your lordship. It is already it's in the garage. It's parked in the garage space. Even right now, in fact, all since 25th, the reason it was your lordship, they want to encroach somehow. They're making false submission before the court. That's all I can say. I want to file my affidavit, your lordship. They need to file their affidavit in opposition, and I need to file my affidavit. Once one part they're claiming that there is a civil suit. Now they're saying that I should provide copy of the. They are doing criminal acts to forcefully occupy my land. They're destroying it, your lordship. If you look at page number 30 from 36. What they've been doing to the private lane, it has been damaged to the extent it is impossible to move. My father goes for morning walk. He's an aged man. He literally has so many times he was about to fall from that lane. They've destroyed the entire lane. They get huge trucks and trailers. When my car is not parked there, they take out huge trucks and trailers from my land, and that brush against my building, and it breaks. And my property are both on both sides of my private lane, which they are illegally using.
petitioner. please, have you filed any civil suit declaring that the property is yours?
No, my
Your
lord.
Lordship,
No.
that was not required
No,
up
my
to now. Your Lordship, in fact, even they have not filed any, they have made false submission before this court. If required, I'll file a supplementary affidavit if they are not required. Or also, if Your Lordship may direct one, a special officer may call for a report from a special officer. There was a wall which they broke open. They had their own common passage. There were two properties which they own, which the earlier owners
Listen,
of their property.
it is not for the writ court to decide upon the title of any of the parties. You
Exactly,
say
Your
it's
Lordship.
yours.
This
The private respondents say it's theirs, it's common, and
There
lot
is
of
no
things.
civil route.
If it's
There's no
open
civil
for the
suit, Your Lordship.
parties.
My
Your
lord, may I
Lordship, this
take
is,
my lord, may I take
illegal
indulgence?
acts.
So,
They're overt acts, Your Lordship. They're harassing us through the. They've tortured my family. They himself is saying 5, 6 criminal cases. My father is 70 years old. My mother's 65. One lady,
the
I don't know
affidavit
how
in
many.
opposition as directed to be filed
officers who can-
has not been filed till date. Stop. Next. Time to file the affidavit in opposition is extended for a period of 4 weeks. Reply, if any, be filed within a fortnight thereafter. Liberty to mention. Stop. Learned advocate representing the state respondents is directed to immediately hand over copy of the report filed before the court. Signed by the officer in charge, Girish Park Police Station on 23rd of May 2024.
Lordship, may I get a contact
To
mail so that
the-
we can reload?
Learned to the parties. Stop. Next. Take back the photograph. Madam, where will the report be served upon you?
Your Lordship, I'll come down to the court, or it can be sent to my address. Anything, whatever is convenient for them.
Do
See
you
the
have
address.
an email address?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Please pass on the email address to the learned advocate representing the state
Lordship,
respondents.
so many pages, Lordship.
In the chat box. Put it in the chat box, then that can be handed over to the learned counsel.
Your Lordship.
Lordship, can't she
Soft
take the
copy.
hard copy, Lordship? It's so many pages are there, Lordship. It has to be scanned, then will not email.
You want to take, yeah, you want to pass the hard
Learned
copies?
Junior Millard can give a copy of the hard copy.
Where does your learned junior sit, or any address, something, so that the petitioner...
Let her come and we will give handing over, Lordship.
Phone numbers, let her come. Where will she come and find?
Exchange the number. If she gives the number to my learned
Please,
junior,
you
she will
please put on your email so that the phone number of the learned advocate can be given and you can collect the hard copy from her.
Your Lordship.
Lordship, grateful. My lord.
Grateful, my lord.
Obliged.
The private